Mấy ông trong xa anh chơi cho tụi nông mà hôm nay thằng nông chả. Vani luôn here. Okay, tôi nhé bố. What happened here?
Okay, my name is Navin Mol, and I am one of the executive members of the Devata Giving Circle. Devata in Khmer actually means guardian spirit or angel, and it usually represents or means a woman, a female guardian spirit. And so we took that name on because we really felt like this is something that we want to kind of embody too, that we want to help guide and lead our community. And this came about because a couple of us really felt that our community had resources in it, that we had some assets that we weren't tapping into, and I think that there was this misconception that we had to kind of go outside of our community to kind of help ourselves and wait for other people to help us. And we realized that we were doing this anyways, but we just weren't calling it philanthropy. We weren't calling it giving, but we were doing it all the time. And so this was an opportunity for us to kind of formalize something that we knew was already happening and really build this, what we call grassroots democratic philanthropy. This idea that we're changing the literal face of philanthropy is really important to us. And I think when people think about donors, they think of older white men who are rich. And all of a sudden, here's this group of women who are Cambodian giving money out. I mean, albeit it's not a lot of money, but it's still money that we're giving, and we're making an impact on our community in a way that that we can, and so we're taking ownership of it, and it's empowering us, and we're hoping that by doing that we're also empowering our community too, to show them that this is something that's possible and that they can also do it themselves.
There's a holiday called International Women's Day, and it's on March 8th, and we decided, every year we try to do an event, and we decided to do something to celebrate International Women's Day. And along with that theme, we'd like to recognize some women in the community, and that's what we're doing tonight, is just recognizing some women that we feel have sacrificed a lot. And they both of them work in Oakland. One of them is from Oakland, so it's great. And both of them actually happen to work with Cambodian American communities, so that's what this is about. And just bring the community together. I think most people here are from Oakland and the Bay Area, and or they're from philanthropic groups, or they work with philanthropic groups. So
Mona works with the Cambodian American community, providing mental health support to a population that, one, normally doesn't ask for this because they're too ashamed for this kind of help. Two, they're severely overlooked in the mental health field. And three, just culturally, they just don't take in the Western practices as well. So Mona's generous style, her caring disposition, draws people out, draws people to her. She makes them feel safe and comforted. She is trusted and loved and gives trust and love. And Mona, this is not a small feat. We know that this community is racked with a lot of pain and trauma, and there's a lot of learned mistrust in the community. So for you to be able to do your work is amazing. Thank you for being here.
For the last 7 years, I have been witness to an ocean of pain, grief, fear, panic, and hopelessness, as well as an ocean of unconditional empathy, generosity, compassion, and forgiveness. Every day as I walk in, as my eye meets someone else's, my heart melts. There is joy in that exchange. Joy that comes from sharing one's most personal life story with the other, with utmost honesty and truthfulness. I am blessed to be surrounded by a community that has provided me with the opportunity to experience the meaning of unconditional love.
Violence in the Oakland community in certain parts is nothing new. Maybe in the past, this community would have lived with their fear, kept quiet, and hoped that the local authorities would resolve it. What happened this past summer was different and exceptional. This time, we had someone to step forward with courage and leadership. Someone from their own community, our very own Talaya Sin. Talaya had every reason to be devastated and fearful for the safety of the other Cambodians. After all, of the 6 shootings, some of those injured were her own family members. Instead of dealing with her own pain, her personal pain, she did not cower. Her tireless effort took her to the offices of the Oakland mayor, the senator, the district attorney, and even the White House, the Initiative for Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. She organized a town hall to force the local authorities to address this persistent issue of targeted violence. And by your examples, we can move closer from a community that is not just surviving, but thriving. And so tonight, we're proud to honor you for your commitment to lead and change. Thank you.
I just want to thank everybody, not all by name because I don't have time, but I think I know just about every Khmer person in this room. So, and you guys are all very amazing. I feel so lucky to know everybody and to thank you all so much, because at the end of the day, I know you guys describe me as very strong and all that stuff. I'm only that because of the people in this room, all of the people in this room, and my late father and late mother. I really think that they were the beginning of, my journey. I don't think I could have. They gave me the momentum, and really instilled in me that I have to be proud to be Cambodian. He will not speak to me in English, even if he can. It's just that was the way I learned it. And so I understand now why my language is important. I didn't then, because I didn't think I needed it. But okay, well, thank you.
With our collective effort and the daringness to ask for support from other people, we gave out our first grant of $2,500, from $500 to $2,500. And then we thought, well, maybe we can increase it by maybe going to $5,000. So we kept on asking for help. And we went to APIP. Peggy and Noelle are here from APIP and said, we want to be a part of that movement that can generate more support for our community. So they stepped in, we became a part of that partnership, and then we ended up giving out $10,500 in 2011. And might I add, we believe in building a certain kind of world. A world that when women wake up, they feel strong, they feel beautiful, they feel worthy, and they feel able to do all that needs to be done. And that is the world in which Cambodian American women will thrive and will contribute to solving these problems. And that is the world my mother wanted to help build, the world that I have committed every single waking moment of my life since I entered the world of social justice to helping to build. And it's partly because of that I joined up with all of these amazing women here who have walked incredible journeys themselves to make that reality happen. So I want to thank you for being a part of this journey, for making it possible, and for helping us to move forward. And with your support and participation, I have no doubt that we're going to achieve this. So thank you very much for coming tonight, for celebrating the women, for eating the food, and for being here for each other and enjoying, hopefully, this International Women's Day celebration. Thank you very, very much.
I think it was cool. Yeah.
I think it was cool to see like the whole, like a lot of the Asian community come gather and hear like some people's speeches and hear how their childhood was and everything. I really liked it that.
What I usually see growing up is that women are, at home and they're just, being mothers. Nothing's wrong with that, but like that's all I knew, that there was no other way. But seeing a group of Cambodian women doing something for Cambodian makes me feel like that being Cambodian is important and something to be proud of, and that I think also what's really important to me is knowing that the money's coming from another Cambodian, so then it feels, I don't know how to explain it, but it feels different. It doesn't feel like charity.
The stories that they told, sometimes it goes unheard in our communities. It's great that they're putting it out there so that the general public can be more aware of what's going on in our community.
អូនៗនិយាយថាចង់ឲ្យខ្មែររួមចេះស្រឡាញ់គ្នាគឺថាកាលណាយើងធ្វើទៅបើយើងចេះស្រឡាញ់គ្នាទៅដើម្បីអត់មានបាក់បែកសាមគ្គីគ្នាគឺយើងធ្វើអីក៏រីកចម្រើនទៅមុខដែរយ៉ាយើងដូចថាយើងខ្មែរចេះជួយខ្មែរយ៉ាង
How she introduced me to this group, I don't know, I was just so, I melted, with joy.
These women here are like the first to really do anything like this in the Cambodian American community. And I was here last year when they had like their 1-year anniversary celebration. And I just remember listening in on people's conversations, everybody saying like, I'm so inspired, I want to do what they're doing. And that was like men and women that were at that event. So I give them a lot of respect. They've earned like all of this and they're continuing to do great things.
It's not just the stories, but it's their real experiences around not being daunted by the legacy of everything from Cambodia, but and then what so many in the community face here. But it's about resilience and their spirit and never giving up. How could we not participate in that or support that, right? They make us so proud to be Americans. They're really amazing.
Do you take plastic?
Okay, you want?